Hey drifters, DoriJunkie here, back with another DoriJunkie's car review, and this time it's the Mira is getting a run. Based on the Toyota MR2 in real life, it's a bit of an oddity in the drift game, but variety is the spice of life, so we'll give it a run in my car review. This is how I'm rating customization: body kit's worth 1, body style's worth 2, ease of tuning's out of 10, and performance is out of 20 with a combination of the stock motor the best swap. So we'll get into it. Customization. So starting out, the MR2, this is how you buy it if you don't get the livery pack on it. Just plain, no body kit at all. There's not many in here for it. The slide performance, nice wide guards, nice and low, very street friendly kit. It's a very good looking kit. Just adds to the already good lines of the MR2. Go down the R&T, it's very track focused as you'd expect. Big wings, big wing on the back, big canards, diffusers, over fenders, very track focused, that one. Go down to Pro Flow. Bit more of a combination of street versus track. Big wing, got the intake, the snorkel intake there. Some over fenders, pop-up headlights. It's always a good look. I'll show you what I did to mine. So first up, actually, this is how you can buy it. This is one of the packs, the liveries that comes in one of the packs. It's a very carbon fibre focused livery on the bonnet, the front bar, the side skirts, the rear bar, and the rear hatch there. As you can see, that's actually how it came when I bought the car. I run that for a little bit, but then I initially changed it to this. A lot of people may have seen this was in my first intro I had this car. A couple of my teammates called it the Skittle. It's quite obvious why. Very bright colours. That's when I just decided to go all out. Very bright. A lot of gold and silver in that one. This is what I'm running at the moment. Very not over the top, not as eye-catching as the Skittle, but just a subtle, nice, very simple design, but has a great effect to it. I don't mind it at all. We've got the carbon fibre bonnet and the engine cover as well. But apart from that, so we'll see what we got here. So there's only 3 body kits, so for customization it's a total of 3. Didn't score too well, but being an MR2 in a drift game, it's a bit of an odd car to be in the game, so that's probably why there's not many kits for it. We'll move on. Up next is ease of tuning. This is how well it drives Pro Drift Free just before they give it to you, no modifications at all, and how many modifications it takes to actually be able to drift it confidently around the track. So these are the stats it gives you. 470 horsepower, 584 newton meters of torque, and 4.40 to 60. 1180 kilos. Now this car's not the most powerful. This is just the settings it comes with. When you buy it, it's not the most powerful car out there, so I suggest using street tyres. As you can see, it's alright to a certain angle, and then it just wants to go around. I have to make a lot of corrections to stop it from going around on itself. So it's not the loading time. See, just there it almost maybe spin out. So it's not the greatest car. You will need to make adjustments to it. Like always, I'll just fix the tyres. Needs more grip, definitely needs more grip. Give it the engine, just get rid of that dead zone after the power, max power. We'll just play with the suspension a little bit. It definitely needs a bit of tweaking. The correct wheel toe, spring stiffness always makes a big difference. Do the sway bar as well. Just get the camber right quickly. So there's a few changes you have to make to this car to get it. I still haven't done the gears yet. I'll just try this. Yeah, there's still a few. Play with the gears a bit more, but it is a lot better than what it was. Like I said, there's a fair amount of changes there I had to make just to get it to drift confidently. But yeah, the gears still need a bit of work. So we'll just get onto the gears. Right. Yep. Get it up. That should do for a quick run. As you can see, it's not the greatest car. Not the greatest, the highest horsepower car out there. But it is a fun little package. It is quite fast on street tyres for a stock motor tune. You can get it as fast as, I think I had it down to 3.5, but it didn't really drift too well. We got about 3.7 seconds, 0 to 60 on a street tyre tune. It's not too bad for a stock motor street tyre tune. But anyway, so it can be a fun car, especially if you're just in online rooms. You want to go for a bit of a drift, but to sum it up, ease of tuning. There was a fair amount of changes, and I could probably still go in to make a few more, so I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Just because once you do get it, it's a fun car, but like I said, it's not the hardest car out there to tune, but also it's not the easiest. For a special car, you think you'd be a bit closer to spot on produce free, but it is what it is. Next up is performance. Stock motor out of 10, and I'll be running all the swaps with the best one getting a score out of 10 as well. Springstone 1, 19k will get you 10 points, and 10k will only get you 1. So we'll move on. Stock motor first. So fully wound up, this thing hits 492 horsepower, 584 newton meters of torque, 1180 kilos, and 3.7 0 to 60 with the street tyres fitted. Like I said, sports and semi-slicks, I think it's a bit too much for this car. You can get a decent sport tune going, but it just slides a lot freely on street tyres. So we'll see how we go. Just over 14,000. I really didn't expect much more than that, being such low horsepower. It really wasn't going to do much more than that. But anyway, we'll move on to the 2 litre. Alright, like with most of the 2 litre swaps, 811 horsepower, 728 newton meters of torque, 1120 kilos, but 0 to 60 of 2.9 seconds. This car does become a bit of a rocket ship once you get to swaps. So we'll see how this one goes. just over 18,000. It's not bad. I did expect a bit more than that, but the 2 litre, it doesn't have the torque of the other engines, but still that's pretty good. It's a 9-point score there. So we'll see what we'll move on to the 3 litre and see how it goes. So 811 horsepower, 915 newton meters of torque, 1200 kilos, but again 2.90 to 60. It's pretty good. 0 to 60 time this thing. Like I said, with the swaps, it is a really fast car and it does drift freely. That can go down even quicker than that to about 2.7, 2.6, but it doesn't drift as freely with all that grip. So we'll see how this one goes. Better than the 2 litre. Again, I'm a little bit disappointed. I thought it would be higher, but saying that, it still is a 9-point score, so it's not bad. So we'll move on to the 3.8 litre and we'll see what this one does. Alright, the 3.8 litres got 872 horsepower, 871 newton meters of torque, the 0 to 60 of 2.9 seconds again, and 1150 kilos weight. So lighter than the 3 litre, but heavier than the 2 litre. Let's see how this one. Now that's more like it. That's what I was expecting from all the motors. We got over 19,000. That's 251 points. That's second on the drift points leaderboard. That's more what I was expecting from all the other swaps as well. But like I said, this car, once you get a swap on this car, it turns into an absolute rocket ship. So to sum it up, the stock motor, 2 litre and the 3 litre and 3.8. 2 litre and 3 litre were pretty close. The 3.8, for some reason, I don't know what it is. They've tuned all very similar. But the 3.8 just seems to wake this car up. So we'll take the stock motor and the 3.8, the 5 with the stock motor, the 10 out of 10 for the 3.8. We combine them, so performance gets a 15 out of 20, which is really not too bad considering the stock motor is well underpowered, but it still did pretty well. So it could have been a lot better. To sum up the results, customization, ease of tuning and performance. Free for customization, like I said, not many body kits at all. Ease of tuning 6, not the easiest car to tune. It needs a lot of work to get it comfortable. Performance 15 for a grand total of 24. It's the lowest score yet, but it really does underestimate how good this car is with a swap. Once you get a swap for this car, especially the 3.8 litre, it is as good as any car in the game, just about, if not better than 3/4 of them, hands down. It's so good that I've actually started using this car in the multiplayer aspect of the game with the 3.8 litre, and it is a winner. It is hitting high scores, winning most of its rounds. It's just, I cannot speak highly enough of this car. But like I said, that 24 does not give it justice. So put it on the leaderboard. Like I said, second on the leaderboard, second only to the Blackjack, which is so OP in this game, it's not funny. It's not even 1,000 points. But like I said, overall, it's down the bottom because the body kits and the standard motor really let it down. But that's how it goes. So anyway, that's been my review of the Mira. I'm DoriJunkie, and I'll catch you guys on the track.